Quaid Azam, Part 209. Jinnah's response was prompt, acerbic, and unambiguous, both in tone and in its content, virtually bringing to an end the Congress President Subhash Bose's initiative. It asserted, amongst other issues, the All India Muslim League does not require any admission or recognition from the Congress, nor did the resolution of Executive Council passed at Bombay. But in view of the fact that the position, in fact, the very existence of League had been questioned by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the former President of the Congress, in one of his statements earlier, wherein he asserted that there were only two parties in the country, whereas the British government and the Congress. It was considered necessary by the Executive Council to inform the Congress of the basis on which negotiations between the two organizations could proceed. And this was quite communist, quite socialist on the part of Jawaharlal Nehru, as if he stood for single party establishment. This was the end of Bose's solo run on this rather difficult course. However, there did occur now almost synchronously two other distinct exchanges of letters that Jinnah had with Gandhi and with Nehru, aimed at reconciling divergent viewpoints. Let us first dwell on Jinnah's correspondence with Nehru. However, even before we do that, a brief backgrounder. Nehru's private judgments about Jinnah, shaped by intentionally personal and emotional factors and aversions, certainly intruded into all his dealings with Jinnah. The two men were in various respects similar, both from marginal social groups. Jinnah, a Khoja Muslim, Nehru, a Kashmiri Pandit. Trained as lawyers, anglicized, fastidious, vain, and once colleagues in Congress party until Jinnah's resignation from it in year 1920. Yet their dislike for one another was personal, intense, and palpable. Already in 1929, Nehru for his part was writing, "I do not see exactly how Jinnah will fit in. I find there is not very much in the common between him and me, so far as outlooks are concerned." Revisiting this correspondence and revisiting those years, even in the hindsight, illustrates better than any commentary how much these two disliked one another. Nehru, questioning the very fundamentals of the League's existence, opened the innings aggressively on 25 February 1938 when writing from Bombay. He somewhat disingenuously feigned ignorance. He wrote, amongst other aspects, "I am afraid I must confess that I do not yet know what the fundamental points of dispute are. It is for the reason that I have been requesting you to clarify them. So far I have not received any help in this direction," and there then followed a somewhat gratuitous homily. "But when we meet, if we do, what are we to discuss? Responsible people with organization behind them can hardly discuss anything in the air." Jinnah responded, "When you say that I am afraid, I must confess that I do not know what fundamental points in dispute are. I am only amazed at your ignorance." However, Nehru would not let up, and within days, on 8 March from Allahabad, teasingly Nehru complained, "I go on requesting you to tell us what exactly are the points of dispute, and you go on insisting that this should not be done by correspondence." Jinnah was now irritated and responded sharply with the barely concealed sarcasm. I'm surprised when you say, but what are these matters which are germane